today's video, we'll be doing a tutorial about the different techniques of factoring a polynomial.
Here are the goals we should reach at the end of the video.
Number 1. Know how to factor a polynomial using 3 different techniques. Number 2. Learn about the 2 methods of factoring a general quadratic trinomial and identify the perfect square trinomial and the none.
For the first technique, I will be showing you how to use the GCMF or the greatest common monomial factor. Step 1. Find the GCF of each term. Step 2. Divide each term by the GCF to get the other factor. And step 3. Write the complete factored form. For example, 8n squared minus 10n squared. To find their GCMF, let's first find their factors. What are the factors of 8n squared? And what are the factors of 10n squared? The factors of 8n squared are 2 times 2 times 2. Right? And then, how many n we have here? We have n squared, so it means we have 2n. So we'll write it as n times n. Alright. Now, for the 10n squared, what are the factors of 10n squared? The factors of 10n squared are 2 times 5. And how many n do we have here? Okay, we have 2n, so we'll write it also as n times n. Now, to find the GCMF, we have to identify their similar or their common factors. So what are their common factors? We have 2 and we have n. We have 2n. Now, we'll write this as 2 and how many n we have here? We have 2n, so n squared. This is now our GCMF. We're now done sa step 1. Now, for the step 2, we have to divide each term by their GCMF. What is their GCMF again? That's right, their GCMF is 2n squared. So we'll have here 8n squared divided by 2n squared minus 10n squared divided by 2n squared. Alright, so let's divide it now. 8n squared divided by 2n squared. We have to cancel this out because they're common. And then 8 divided by 2, we have 4 minus, and then 10n squared divided by 2n squared is, we have to cancel this out too because they're common. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. Alright, so this is now our other factor. Now, for the step 3, to write the complete factored form, you have to get their GCMF again. So we'll write it here, 2n squared, and then you have to make an open and close parenthesis. Let's do it again. Okay, open and close parenthesis, and then we'll write the other factor. 4 minus 5. This is now their factored form, their complete factored form. So, that's how you get the factor of polynomials by using the GCMF method or the greatest common monomial factor method.
So let us proceed to the second technique, the perfect square trinomials. So I will gonna show you how to solve this problem. The first step is you need to square the first term, a squared, and then you need to multiply a by ab by 2. So it will gonna 2a. And the third step is you need to square the last term, so it will gonna be b squared. So we will gonna try it to the given example. The first step is you need to square the first term, so it will gonna be x squared and then put positive. And then the second step is you need to multiply x by 4 and then 2. So we will gonna get 8x. And the third step is you need to apply the 4 by multiply the 4 by itself. So it will gonna be 16 and that answer. But the given is like this, x squared plus 12x plus 36. The first step is you need to make close and open parenthesis squared. term, get the square root of the first and last term. So the square root of x squared is x. And then the square root of 36 is 6. And then the third step, you need to copy the sign of the middle term. And then the final answer is this. So the final answer of this question is x plus 6 squared.
But always remember if the trinomial is a perfect square. Trinomials are perfect square when the first and last term must be perfect squares. The product of first and last term multiplied to 2 is equal to the middle term. And lastly, the sign of the last term should always be positive.
Now let's proceed to the technique of factoring general quadratic trinomial using box method. Example, our polynomial is 7x squared minus 9x plus 2. First, you need to draw a window and put the 7x squared on the first box and the positive 2 on the last box. The next thing you will do is to multiply 7x squared and the positive 2. So you will get 14x squared. You need to find the GCF of 14x squared and make sure that if you're going to add those two numbers, it is equal to 9x. You will put the negative 2x on the third box and the negative 7x on the third box. You will again find the GCF of the numbers in the box and lastly factor it. And our final answer is 7x minus 2, x minus 4. In general quadratic trinomial, we can use two different methods. Let me show you the trial and error method. Example, x squared plus 5x plus 6. Step 1. Make two close and open parentheses. Step 2. Factor the first term by simply splitting it. Step 3. Factor the last term. Step 4. Pick the appropriate factors and it should be equal to the middle term of the trinomial. Step 5. We will put the positive 2 and 3 along with the x's. And that is our final answer.
That's all for this video. I hope you learned a lot and achieved our objectives.
Always remember that life is a math equation. In order to gain the goal, you have to know how to learn connections and
Mathematics give us
that every problem has a solution. That's all. Thank you for watching.
Here are the goals we should reach.
Okay.